So for this programmer here, it's a Chinese no-name brand. The chip even doesn't have any label on it, so it's hard to tell what it is. So for this thing to work, you need to add this GPIO 0 to the second pin there, after the RX pin. That will then be connected to your GPIO 0 on your board. And before you plug in your USB, you'll have to ground 0. So the IO button here, IO 0 button here, is grounded when you press this button, so that will ground that pin there, which then boots the device in correct way, ready for program. Otherwise it just boots, and you can press IO 0 and then reset and then leave reset and then let IO go, IO 0 go. That usually works with other programmers. With this it didn't. It just didn't do anything. There was some error on my console. Don't know if it's still, no, I can't see it anymore. But the problem is, if you don't ground that second pin there connected with the purple wire before you plug in, it doesn't work. It's a stupid device. I will just throw it away. I'm really done with it. This device works perfectly. It doesn't require anything stupid like that. What I can even do is I can connect all pins to the 6-8 pins there. Not all, but instead of just RxTX ground and VCC, I can connect IO 0 and reset, or reset, and it will hook up these buttons here to my board. So pressing them here and pressing them here will be same as pressing them there. So even that's not actually, to set the chip ESP32-S3 to boot mode, I will have to do that sequence. So either here or there, doesn't matter. But if I didn't have these here, I could have just skipped soldering these, or even the PCB doesn't even need them. If I had this programmer, I could just hook up these pins and then I could use these buttons instead of having to have those on my board. Yeah, and this can do like if you connect chip enable to reset there, it can press reset once the ESP32 is programmed. It can just reset and the chip will boot in regular mode. So this is really a good programmer. I have tested with ESP32, the same chip here. I soldered it there, but before soldering I was testing it on here, which did work. It programmed, but unfortunately I couldn't use the pins after it's programmed. I don't know if they are labeled wrong, or I did actually continue to check them, but yeah, there were some issues. So it did program the chip fine, just I couldn't use this as a development board. I will just try it again and see if that I could fix that. But even just using this yellow thing there, this was enough for me. So now this has a blink script, a little modified, with 2 pins alternating every 1 second. Yes, that's how I programmed my ESP32-S3 here. And I hand soldered the whole thing. It was really a tough job. I hand soldered the whole thing. On the right, these actually the TX and RX pins there, they were really stubborn. The 2 pins bridged, and I struggled a lot to remove that bridge, and the PCB itself started like melting. So there you can see the traces visible on the board. So probably this will not be a very long life product anymore, because these will start corroding or oxidizing, because the copper is now exposed, and I could paint it with something, but otherwise it wasn't too hard. I have already broken 2 here, these boards. I wasted them. This one even has ESP32. I couldn't fix the bridges there. I tried my best, but fortunately the ESP32-S3 here lived, and I'm really happy about it. So programming this with probably other programmers which uses this ch3, the chip here, this one uses ch340C. If you have that chip there, probably it doesn't require that juggling there, without like having to ground that GPIO1 to boot before connecting the USB. This one doesn't require the pinout, and everything, the circuitry seemed the same. I thought they were both the same, but turns out this one is a crap. Hard work. I still hate this this board. It's too bulky. I have ESP32S2s here, which are so tiny compared to that ugly thing, and it is fully equipped with USB programmer, crystal, whatever, everything you need. Look at that, it's still so huge. Doesn't have anything, it's empty, but still huge. This one is pretty. I would always prefer to buy those instead of these. These are just useless. Too much work to connect, to solder, and too much work to program and all that. Look at this circus. Yeah, I would, if I had my own very custom PCB, I wouldn't mind soldering this module on it. but soldering on this is just waste of time. This is useless crap. I can build something out of this, but why? I would just use this to program the chip and then just solder the chip with wires instead of soldering it on this. Yeah, this is crap. Awesome. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Please like, share and subscribe. Okay, bye.